So, you know how I said it was going to be 30 minutes? May have thought it would have been shorter than that. Definitely was not. But hello again. How are all of you? And welcome back, all of you. Hello there, State. Yeah, we had a delivery for one of our motion capture suits that was coming in, and we thought that it would have been a simple, drop delivery, like most packages are, since motion capture suits are like that. Well, the motion capture suit we sent out was one that needed repairs, and when we basically got it back, which is when I left, it was the box, but the box looked like it had been thrown through a fucking paper shredder, and we got so afraid. So this whole time we've been testing and managing a motion capture suit to make sure it was fine. The suit gladly was in a perfect state. Some reason the box though looked like it was like a survivor from a Rottweiler attack. Don't know what happened, but the box was fine, or the suit was fine. We took pictures though just to be sure. Greetings from Argentina. Hello there. But I do apologize for ending the stream slightly early. I'll try to get Louisville loaded back up, which I'm doing that right now. And we will go ahead and resume building on the fire station. And if you weren't here before on the first part of the stream, we essentially were working on the fire station and talking about the Walking Dead series and how there's so many zombie genres on not focusing on the many aspects of certain things within that you would, or certain things that you would think would happen within a zombie universe, such as decay. Like, zombies never do decay. But we are streaming later than we have ever really done before, so I hope I am reaching all my European viewers and other world viewers. Hello, the GMT stream. I'd love to see you guys make an adaptation of Night of the Living Dead. I mean, theoretically we could, because I'm pretty sure Night, I don't know if it's Night or if it's the mall one that is public domain, or if it's both of them. Because I know Night of the Living Dead is used in so much like games and such. But also, I think the mall movie that they made of it, they couldn't get the rights or they messed it up when publishing it. So we might be able to do something like that. I mean, hey, you might see an adaptation style with it within our episodes. Even one of our episodes will involve a house. You think just Night, maybe. Let me look it up as we're waiting. I got Louisville loading up right now. Let me see. What's living? Oh god. Dead movie is public domain. George A. Romero's iconic 1968 is in the public domain. It accidentally lost its copyright protection upon the release because the original distributor, Walter Reed Organization, removed the copyright notice from the title cards when changing the film's title from Night of the Flesh Eaters. I did not know that. Okay, so Night of the Living Dead original is a public domain one. Yeah, fair enough. I wonder if he... Well, no matter what, I was going to say, I wonder if he made money from it. He definitely made money from it in some way, shape, or form. I mean, he pretty much put his name everywhere from it. What's it like working with mocap? I've hand animated an SFM a bit, and I've always wondered how that stuff works. It, in the short notice of things, or like the short idea of it, it's easy. When you get it your very first motion capture shoot, you're going to be very afraid to like damage it or anything like that, but you'll soon learn that the sensors on it, they can get damaged easily if you're not careful, or if you no matter what, it's easy to use. It's better if you're doing lifelike movements, if you're just animating, you know, say attacks or something simple, and then you can clean it up from there. It's natural. However, hand animation, like you said you have done, it is more, what you do is more of a, I want to say a style to it, because everyone, when they hand animate, they imagine, say like punching someone. You could punch someone with your body, and a lot of the times it's going to look the same with a motion capture suit, depending on the person. But when hand animating a punch, everyone has their own style, so it looks more unique. But when we do our motion capture suits, depending on which one, we put our suits on and we plug it up to its mobile battery, which you have to buy extra, which is astounding. Fucking, you can either spend $4,000 for a cheap mocap suit or $30,000 like our high quality suits, or you can even do, I think there's like VR chat like sensors you can use now for mocap suits, but that's a whole nother story. We don't even use those ones, but you can use all those, and essentially you just hit record on the software that you are given, and then you start doing your stuff. You will have to clean it up, however, and do what you need to depending on the actions. Like if you use a rifle within a mocap suit, for us, we have to clean it up heavily because we have to make the arms stick onto a rifle that we have within our project files. But it is super easy. It just depends on how much, I guess, animation knowledge you have. Which, if you're hand animating a lot, then I'd say you have a pretty good chance to get used to it. But I will say, unless you feel like you're going to go into like a business or a full-scale stuff like, say, what we're doing, there's no reason to get a mocap suit. It's a down payment where you're either looking for a high financial return or you're really devoted into a hobby. There is, however, depending on how you look at a mocap suit or just mocap in general, if you look at Unreal Engine's new updates, they are... Did my music stop? Where'd it go? Okay, there we go. As I was saying, if you look into Unreal Engine, they are making a new update. I see all the hearts falling up. Thank you. I didn't realize they did that for the chat. If you look at Unreal Engine's new update, they are now implementing a new webcam motion capture suit or motion capture software where you can basically reenact whatever on through I guess a webcam or a video file. I haven't fully looked into it myself, so it's either one of those two things or both. And you can attach that to meta human data. I don't know if you can attach it to custom models or easily identifiable models, but with meta human data, you could retarget it or retarget the animation to an older model. So you might be able to do mocap right now if you learn how to use that, or if they released it yet, I don't know yet, for free, essentially. But yeah, I will say with that capability of using either video files or webcams to do mocap data, if it is completely easy and a completely clean thing to do, not like a thing where you have to download 15 add-ons to make it work or 5 hours of tutorials, I'd say you have a very high chance of making something special in a quick, efficient pace. Because I know, like, when hand animating, it could take weeks on end at times for like the perfect shot. I've been there myself. I've lived through those hardships. That's why I bought the mocap suit. Never again did I want to try and do that. Actually, hold on real quick. Yeah, I thought so. Main capture window, there we go. There we go. I had to reset it so I know that when this is ready, then I can just open that up. That's amazing stuff. Good to get animation to or accessible states. Yeah, I mean, webcam motion cap data it has been a thing for a while, but it was for a cheap price. It's weird. It was like a cheap price of $20,000 for a webcam motion cap like hardware, and everyone was like, that's really cool, but we don't need it for that price. And then Unreal, like just a few months later, released the free version of motion cap webcam data, and then I'm pretty sure it's just putting that company to shame. The Louisville map, it is still loading. I am not like extending this at all. I can show the loading map. It doesn't show loading, but it's just frozen for you guys. So we just got to sit here and wait as we watch the loop over and over again. For one of these like waiting screens, I'm just gonna grab every video we've ever made and like put it like 10 times speed with no sound. That'll like get the people who have the short attention span, that'll get them going. I'll have that on play. Maybe, I've been thinking about it. We've a lot of people have been donating recently, which we didn't really expect, but we are very grateful for. We were gonna create new donations, like notifications and stuff like that, and we thought of like funny ideas from like basic Zomboid stuff, or like the dude chucking all the sledgehammers in the river or something like that, or like zombie oh my god, what's it called? It's like the whatever the basic like video, it's like the video of the dude running the subway surfers, that it was. That's what it's called. We were gonna make like a Subway Surfers loop of Zomboid. just because there were some people who had a bunch of short attention span type thing. I want this loop. Gotta have Family Guy at the top right, Subway Surfers below. Maybe. Screenshot kind of stuff. Yeah. I think you were here before, Antonio. We, the one person who kept asking over and over again for, like, desktop backgrounds and stuff. The one thing that you see right now will be, a background that will be available. Oh, everything's freezing up because it's loading Louisville finally. The thing that you see right now will be a loopable wallpaper engine background that you can use once we release the episodes one by one. But we'll decide on like how it looks, because honestly it cuts after, I think it's 1 minute and 30 seconds. I don't remember exactly. I think that's the full length of it. But we'll see. Okay, it is almost ready to go. This thumbnail like Outbreak Raccoon City. Yeah. We've taken inspiration from a lot of, well, zombie media, from movies, TV shows, games, even some books, but that's more of like story-wise and script-wise. But Raccoon City was one of, I would say it'd probably be one of the main inspirations we had when we were getting like references ready for, you know, making the Louisville 3D version of Louisville. And it was sort of easy because when they made, you know, they made remake of Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3, you got so much of the city like remade, or at least areas. So we can at least get like an idea or a reference from that. Okay. Oh my god. And as soon as it's ready, I get a ping. Hold on. There we go. There. And then here we go. There you guys are. Okay, where we left off on was the fire station, which we're trying to do a very high, like, detailed version of it, and we just finished. This is sort of loud. Oh no, it's fine. We left off, I think, just finishing the main ground floor for the walls and everything. I need to pull up the map. 1 second. Okay, I can see what we're doing now. We will go ahead and, well, I'm gonna extend this just a tiny bit over. So, yeah. Okay. It would be so much better if we could edit this whole thing in the same, like, render style like that background, but no. Rendering that background alone took almost, I think it took a minute per second for that. It was 1 minute and 30 seconds. That's how long that loop is for the, like, background screen. Yeah, I think it took a whole hour and a half to render it. But we'll see. We'll see how it, I guess, does better, because that's also in the most heavily parted area of Louisville over there. Okay, so what are we having to do? We can do the walls, floors. doors. So many options. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and I'll just grab this right here. And what type of flooring are we needing for it? Thank you, Simba. We're needing like a white tile flooring. Do we have a white tile flooring? Ooh. You know what may have a white tile flooring? You know what may have it? I don't know if this will... Is this going to show it? No, it's not. I am opening up a separate window right now, so don't be like weirded out if you see my mouse flowing around everywhere. Let's see, white tile floor. Clean, I wouldn't say clean, maybe. Marble floor? Is that a marble floor? I wouldn't say so. Oh god, it's like laggy when I use this. Clean tile floor. I see someone typed 1 second. Have you ever used MCP on Unreal? What is MCP? There's like abbreviations for everything, so maybe. Ooh, stone pavement? No, it needs to be inside. Ceramic, marble tile of brick. No. Maybe this. Yeah. Do I want to do the highest quality? I'll go ahead and do the highest quality. Ooh, this is tileable too. Okay. Okay, hopefully when I throw this in, it'll be just fine. If it loads. Okay, it loaded. Okay, let me just throw it on there. Let's pray. Okay, maybe not. Giant fucking tiles. Okay. It is the tool that connects Unreal to AI Claude Codex. No, I have not. And from there you give commands and it executes them for you. No, I have not. I have not used anything like that. The only thing that I've used that is like automated or AI wise for Unreal Engine is just the procedural generation system, which is the thing here where it just spawns trees and bushes randomly for me. That's the closest thing that I ever did to that. Are you crashing on me? No, you're not. Oh my god, there is so much here. Okay, what is this? I need to replace this. I'm on another screen again, so do excuse me. I don't think I need this. This is displacement. I don't need displacement. Yeah. Okay. It's worth looking into Unreal 5.8 when you have some time later. I mean, yeah. At some point in the future, we're all gonna upgrade our files to, we'll try to upgrade our files to the newer versions of Unreal. But right now, given I have a whole city that's in the middle of construction, it might be a little bit. I'll definitely take a look at whatever 5.8 offers us. Yeah, that looks good. Do they all share the same floor, though? If not, ooh. They sort of do. So I can at least cover most of it. And we go from there. Shut up and play. Play fucking what? You tell me what your high score is on Unreal. Then you can talk. Amazing work, by the way. Thank you. Oh, I can't do that, can I? Yeah, that's fine. I'll work with it. There we go. Oh, that's why it's doing that. There we go. Okay, so main floor down, but it looks like there is brown carpet for those areas. Where the fuck am I? There we go. Fix that some other time for that one. Blue carpet. Okay. Need brown carpet though. Okay. Okay, there we go. Oh, it's auto-saving real quick. There we go. Yeah, and it's auto-saving again. I guess it's just really being sure that I'm safe with this project. Given, if you were here last stream, you would have heard the story of how we crashed when we were building one of the squares and it didn't auto-save it at all. We lost a whole chunk. There we go. Okay, and what rooms are brown carpets? Those three, okay. Little too big. Okay, yeah, that's good. What other rooms were there? Forget. that room and that room. Okay. So I guess given we were cut short, unless the people are still in here, I guess we go back to the conversation for anyone that's new in here or anyone that is watching. What do you think like is the most common things that you feel like is not portrayed enough within zombie genre? Like one of the topics before was the possibility of the zombies decaying because, you know, they're dead and everything. A lot of places, they just keep it up over and over again until basically they run out of that possibility of making more money off of it. Okay, yeah, we can do that. Okay, so we have... Ooh, I still have to do those rooms, don't I? Yeah, I do. Okay. Here, grab me one of these, and then I'll just drag that over. Because these two rooms share the same. Ooh, okay, we do have to lower this though. Yeah, that's fine. And over here. Did I ever put a doorway over here? No, I did not. Okay. Let me get that. Okay. That is good. Okay. Now we gotta find, I guess, more textures to use. Since I don't want to leave y'all out, let me add in this. Doorways are useful in your expertise. You might be a very smart person. Just maybe. Yes, they are very useful. There we go. What in the hell? I'll just do that. Okay, so to find this window now. The thing we're trying to find is a white brick wall, and I don't know what the other one is. It's sort of like a cement. Okay. This is more like a peach. The one we're looking for is like this right here. We're trying to find like this. So the options we have are, well, quite a lot actually. White brick tiles, we already have it downloaded, so that's a maybe. Painted brick wall, ooh. Maybe good for the garage area. A lot of options we can do here. Question is, what is the best one? Ooh, okay, hold on. Painted brick wall. Okay, I'm liking that one. We already have this one, which is it's just natural white brick, no roughness to it. This one, I feel like we're gonna do this one. Ooh, wait. You know what? We're just gonna do this one. Won't they change color with lighting? Very slightly. I know what you're talking about, but not that much, no. The lighting that like you saw in the preview, it is just like a basic lighting. It's like sunlight type lighting they use for the previews for it. But when you bring them into the projects, they look extremely similar to what they are like. So they seem, we have never really seen one fail essentially. Like this one here, this is one from it. Seems like the size of the individual bricks might be more important than the exact tone. Let me see. Because FDs and PC use like cinder blocks. They do use cinder blocks, so you're right. Well, we can actually change the size of the texture. So let me see if I can actually do that. Here, hold on. Okay, here I'm gonna show you what I mean. So here is a texture file that is for the bricks. No matter what, this is a texture file set up, so like no matter where we place it, it'll follow a certain pattern. And here, as I'm doing this, I'm going to be changing things. And as I add in each texture, so this is the color of the brick. This here is the, well, that's specular. This here is the normal. And that there is the displacement. It's the AO. Okay. So when we're talking about the size of the bricks, this number represents the size. So when I go into, I'm going to save real quick to my cause lag. Right now it's at 300. So that's generally the normal size of like bricks for a person. And if I increase the size, I don't remember exactly for which scale it is, but it's like if I either increase it or decrease it, it'll change the size of the texture depending on where it is on the map. But once it's done auto saving, you know, every 5 minutes, you'll be able to see what I mean. Okay. Are we? Yeah, we're good. Also, let me discontinue those because these are going to be inside bricks. Huh? Compilation error support. What is? Oh no. You know how you shouldn't touch certain things for certain project? This is probably one of the things I shouldn't have touched. Yeah, before it breaks, I'm just gonna let you guys see the good version of the map. Hold on. Okay, it didn't break. I do need to control Z it again though, so it brings back the other thing. That's weird. I never really had that issue before when deleting that. So I wonder why it changed now. That's another thing for these like projects. There's times where we've worked on, say, a project for hundreds of hours, and for some reason, like the trees start being see-through, and we just never know why. They change their own status on their own, and we're just like, okay, well, that's happening now. Okay, so anyway, we're back to what I was originally talking about. So if I put this texture onto that there, that is very close to a cinder block, but it is a very enlarged brick. So probably won't use that. But to give an idea of what I was talking about, I will save I'll change the 300 to 50. And we'll see if it increases it or decreases it in size. I think it's about to make them extremely smaller from what I see in the preview. Okay, and the results, yeah. So that's how we basically, I guess, go around that issue. There's times where if some bricks are too small or too big, we enlarge them or shrink them that way. Of course, this one wasn't really tiled good enough, so you can see how there's a pattern in it over and over and over again. So there's also that. We do, however, have a cinder block type texture we've used before. Let me see if it's still over here. It was sort of, I think this is it actually. The jail wall. It's not really entirely cinder block, but it's more patterned that way. So we might be able to convert that to be a white brick version of it. So let's see what we can do with this. Give you guys the full frontal cam of that. Okay, so since we are just looking for white, we will go ahead and where's the base color for it? It is right here. Go ahead and remove that. And gives us more of a pale look already, which is good. And then if we grab the AO, the ambient occlusion, which is already that, which is sort of a black and white version of the texture. There's many ways you could do this, but it depends. Okay, I don't like the black lines, so I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that. Maybe if I can do this black and white grayscale. Can I do that? I think it's just going to give me the same thing now thinking about it. Oh, no. Type is grayscale, should be color. Okay, so I can't do grayscale version of it. You know, well, let's see what it looks like as is, because it is a nice white to it. And I think it has displacement, so it pops out a little bit more. Yeah, it does. So yeah, well, let's see how this looks. Actually, also, I did save it already, but looking at the bricks, it's like a little bit of a yellow tint to them. So we will be able to do this. This is the fucking stream where you learn about brick colors while Minecraft cave sounds play in the background while you think about your darkest nightmares. What the fuck is this? What part of the ODST music is this? What is this? Okay, sure. It won't tell me what the music is from. Okay, so we give it a little bit of a yellow tint. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Okay. That's what we signed up for. I don't know what you signed up for. We volunteered so you guys can watch us, you know, play with our bricks as we animate. And a lot of things are happening. That does not look good whatsoever. What in the fuck? I'm gonna go in rendered mode. Maybe it looks better in render mode. Sometimes textures are like that. Don't know why, but still. I didn't realize how prophetic that crease choke was going to be. Okay. Okay, so yeah, it looks better in render mode. Just non-render mode, it looks like crap. And it has good detail. It has the displacement, so it pops out a little bit. I'd say it looks pretty good. Yeah, non-rendered mode does not do justice for it whatsoever. Okay. So we're going back to full cam for you guys, and I'm gonna go into the details panel, not details panel, the textures panel to see what I need to drop materials on. It's not interlocked. What do you mean it's not interlocked? You gotta remember, we're not fully focusing completely on detail just yet. I'm just getting like the base things down first, if that's what you're worried about. Just so I can come in here later and work on that. Not later, but second part. When it's rendered, it looks like perfectly lined up brick instead of interlocking rectangular bricks. Oh no, I understand that. I'm gonna change it when I go back to it. I was just making sure that this texture looks a little bit better. I can then pull that texture out and put it into like Photoshop and turn them into rectangular bricks. It wouldn't be that hard to. Because as a reference, if it being square bricks right now, then I know it's fine. Then I'm like, okay. Is it me or the stream is going for more time today? Free day tomorrow? Well, we had to restart the stream. We had a motion capture suit that was being delivered. So I stopped it after I think like an hour mark or like hour and a half mark. And then I was gonna go ahead and restart it because I didn't want y'all to wait like, 30 minutes to an hour when we'd be back. That would have been like the worst BRB screen type thing. Also, I don't even know who would still be here by then. Okay. So that's that. I need plaster now. There we go. Question, what's the animation / gear investment that you are most proud of? Mine's got to be my camera, paid after doing videos for an entire year. For us, it would probably be the mocap suits overall. Just because no matter what, if we didn't have, these beast of a machine type things, then one, you probably wouldn't have gotten these videos. Because hand animating either all the zombies or all the characters' movements, it would have taken so long. And we did all that for those set of 4 videos within like 4 months. I would say easily it would have taken maybe, who knows, maybe it would have taken like, I'd say 6 months. No, maybe not 6 months. I would say you would have only gotten 2 videos. That was the motion capture suits would be the greatest investment, yeah. Just because of that. Oop. All right. But yeah, it also depends on, I guess, who you ask, because you could ask somebody on, like, I guess the business-wise side or the productivity side, or just something someone has that they just love. I know damn well that if you asked Undead Captures what their favorite thing was for a return investment, their answer would have been like Jolly Ranchers or some random stuff. I'm not going to explain why, but I know that would have been the answer. There's a weird color concept they have for this building. White and green. Hopefully one day they'll be more accessible for the general public. Saw some great mocap animations over the years. Every channel I saw says they help out a lot. I fucking love Jolly Ranchers. The dual personality of men. Jolly Ranchers are like hard candies. They're like hard, just like suck on candies. Motion capture suits, I don't know if you're here, D-Dan. They are now almost extremely easy to, I guess, access. And motion capture data, for a second I thought I was explaining Jolly Ranchers. It's easier to access motion capture data now because Unreal Engine. It's either Unreal Engine 6 or 5.8. They've made the possibility of doing motion capture through webcams for free. So there's a more likely chance you'll see some stuff like that more often now, just because they basically just gave it away. Yeah. So the dream of being more easily accessible to the public is coming true. Okay. That is that yellow plaster? That's even more yellow. So yeah, I'll just do that. We even had the idea, you probably noticed that we don't use facial motion capture a lot for, or we haven't really done it at all for our animations. Not because it's hard, but it's more of a thing that you use if you know 100% someone's going to say something at a certain time, which we don't really plan out our animations like that. But with the possibility of, I guess, motion capture data becoming free like that, and to be able to use it no matter what without really much setup, we just need a webcam. We might do facial now with our stuff, but it's hard to say. It might throw some people off. That with the Zomboid universe, probably not, since all the Zomboid characters are like low poly and basic textured, you know. That in Premiere Pro, having auto caps and auto green screen effects were the surprise of the year for me so far when it comes to content creation software. Yeah. Oh my god. There's a lot of creative software that is being advanced constantly. And honestly, I would say that we're almost at the point where people are going to start realizing, well, Premiere Pro, I know you have to pay for it, sadly, but there's going to be also times where people are going to start realizing that it's not hard to make software like that. And they could either make their own easily and then make it free, say like DaVinci Studio, stuff like that. And there's going to be so much easily created software for like auto caps and stuff sometime in the future that making content will be easy as ever. I need the doors. Okay, I think I'm at the point, actually not yet. I need to do the textures on the inside for the garage. Then it's like it's just auto saving over and over again here. The auto saves on this project. No, it's not the auto saves. This was the manual save. You're so excited for the project. Can't wait to get your grubby hands on the script. Yeah. The script's been has been changed quite a bit a few times because we're, even now, how late in the game we are for this. For like how long we've been working on Louisville, we're still making adjustments for even more branches to path on, or I guess split off of, because the main Louisville saga is the 4 episodes, but there's so many different POVs that we know that we were going to animate, or even some that we've thought of along the way, which is one reason why we're really going into detail for this building. You will definitely see this building one way or another, without a fucking doubt. Maybe I'll pull up the one thing here. This is white plaster on the inside here. Okay. Oh, I didn't do plaster over there as well. Shit. I'm glad that we're getting more and more tools that help with the little annoying things. If we had that at the beginning of YouTube, it would have gone crazy. Yeah. I mean, also you got to think about just because we had those tools, or no, what the hell am I saying? Us not having those tools also created the most iconic moments too. So it's both a good and bad thing we didn't have those tools. Okay, was that everything? No, I still forgot about this area. Fuck. Can't wait for the one stream where, if you notice, I'm not really going into lighting for a bunch of these areas, but the stream where I have to go back and do all the lighting, it will be something, because it might be one of the laggiest streams, because it's then gonna have to register all the shadows and everything. But we'll see. Welcome back, Lawson. We are now working on the fire station. Now looking at it, what is on the second floor of this building? I'm assuming it's living quarters, right? Yeah. Is there a third or second? No. Yeah, is there a third floor to this? No, it's rooftop. Okay. Huh. We'll probably have to make the garage a lot bigger than normal, just because the cars in the game, they're, well, it's a top-down point of view, and it will definitely have to be enlarged, because I think this is the accurate size of that. So we are definitely working on it. I need you to leave for the moment. What? Like in wrestling? Oh. Ooh, is that popping out a bit? I don't want that. There we go. Okay, just, ooh, what was that? I saw something there. Why is there a zombie in the fire truck? That was so I can get an idea for the scale. When I do, fucking the clickers in the background get any aside from the zombies. This damn music. A lot of the times when we do scale for things, we have our generic zombie model, which is the same height or the normal height for an average person. And so having him in the driver position in the car gave us like the good idea of how big the fire truck should be, which they should be around this size. So also, do they have lights? I think they do. Yeah, they do. Let's see here. There is something I need to change or add in, I guess. I need to grab. Is that a road cube? It is a road cube. Go ahead and add or grab you. Just give me the 1x1 size. It'll be easier to work with. There we go. So these windows actually have like a bottom to it. So I'm gonna need to sort of make one myself. And I think it'll be fine. So I'll just do this. Yeah, that should be fine. I'll make it a little bit bigger though. Who else here is pre-ordering GTA 6 minute 1 of being out? Maybe. Maybe. I need to see how high that is to compare to a person. Hold on. That might be too tall. Yeah, no, I think this would be like waist length. Maybe it was good before. Yeah, it was. Okay. Delete that one. But yeah, maybe for GTA 6. It all depends on how it turns out. I know Rockstar isn't like one to really mess with, I guess, their releases, but there's going to be probably so many glitches and stuff day one. And hopefully it's not going to be online server based type service, and it's going to be like just a download game. There's been so many games that do that recently where you have to have an online connection to play. You haven't figured out how to make a fearful voice for your voice line yet. You're fine. You just do whatever you feel is best. If you can't do a fearful voice line, just do whatever you think would be better. I mean, you could do fearful or just, distressed. Distressed isn't fearful, it's more of like shocked, surprised, but also a little bit scared. What the fuck? Alright. How's this look? It's not bad. Looks a little weird. But that's also because it's like basic moonlighting. So I'll get once we get the full-on bricks in here, then that'll be good. What do I do? Can I look through this as it's auto-saving? I don't know. No, I can't. Oh, I can. Never mind. Can't. Also, I forgot to ask. Oh my god, everything is like shutting down. It's because it's auto-saving. Also, I forgot to ask, am I at the Louisville Bridge? Probably not. I would say most definitely not. Because that would give the perspective. Well, here's one thing. If it's just for the trailer, it doesn't matter if you're at the Louisville Bridge or not. But if you're some reason in the main film, if we manage to find like a way to squeeze you in or something like that, it still would be through the radio. So it wouldn't matter if you're at the bridge or not. Let's see. I'm gonna turn on display mode so you guys can see I'm going through my textures still. Cinder block. Oh, there we go. Okay, cinder block wall. It's okay. Very close. Closer. You know, maybe that one. It's either this one or this one. This one has the black lines to it. I'm gonna let you guys see what you think. I know I changed those. I'm thinking maybe that one because we're going for the texture right here. Is it that one or is it that one? That one's more tan. I would say maybe this one. Japan rural. Okay. United States urban. This one also has smudge to it though. I guess I'll download them both and see. I'm gonna go ahead and do this one first. But do I do this one? Industrial? Oh, this is South Africa. No. Can't do that for the United States version. Ground center blocks. I'll just go ahead and do this one. Nice quality. Download that. Okay, because I was gonna dispatch in saying I was speaking to the military or something, and they won't tell me why, but in a police manner saying it. Yeah, no, that wouldn't really work well. Because usually, like a general idea, if like in normal senses, if like military and police were in one area, there would be a very high chance they'd be working together in some way if it was very publicly rooted, like the issue. So the issue obviously being the Louisville or the entire outbreak. So of course they would try to ask for assistance or like give a heads up in some way of possibilities of something happening. Of course there's the chance of like the cop that never focuses or listens on certain things, but it is very unlikely because if something that major happened, then it'd be a situation where, like, say the chief of the police would pull all the cops into one room and say, okay, this is what the military is doing to town, make sure they don't get interrupted or something like that, you know? Oh my god. There we go. Is it gonna be doing it over here too, or sort of? Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and save everything again. It might take like a second, but I go ahead and downloaded the other one. Then I'm wondering why the hell am I asking dispatch? Why the Louisville? bridge is closed if I'm nowhere near it, because the voice line isn't generally for police. It was for emergency responders. That's what I was saying before. It's not just police. It was labeled as EMS/police. So all those lines could have followed under that category. So the person you could be playing as would be either a police officer or emergency responder in some way. In which, if you're an emergency responder, you always have someone that you respond back to through a radio. That's the entire concept of it. When you were asking your like general questions before, if you referred yourself to like police and stuff, I thought you were just talking about, you know, the label and everything. But it's generally emergency responder overall. Let's see here. Okay, so here is the cinder block. Very good texture, very good texture. Love it. Firehouse inside walls. Okay, I might be able to do this if I do it right. So I'm gonna remove the base color. I'm gonna... Okay. Replace that. And then replace the normal. And then replace or well, hopefully that one you picked is good enough for the trailer. Oh, that's fine. If you want me to use that one, yeah, that's fine. Jail wall. Okay, yeah, we'll probably not have displacement then. Disable that. And we don't have ambient pollution. One. Oh, I don't mind. I'm just a little stressed about it now because I don't want to disappoint. You're fine. The files that you sent, well, the ones that worked at least, they seemed fine, and I ran some of them through the radio effects that we have, so it didn't seem like an issue at all. I am going to be pulling through looking through the file here. Second. Okay, well that's not working. When will the trailer be coming out? It'll be quite a while. Because for the trailer to come out, we would need to show some of the animation that we do as well. So I have a feeling that maybe our plan is we're gonna do episode 1. We're gonna get that animated. Then episode 2, which will sort of lead into 3 and 4 for episode 2, just because of how it follows in the story. And between episode 2 and 3, we're either going to post it there and then we'll post episode 1 sort of after, a little bit along with it. So once we finish animating 1 and 2, and we haven't posted those, but so yeah, shouldn't be that long. But it'll be a while, so no reason to worry about the timing or anything. That's why I kept saying you have quite a long time before anything. I am still looking for this texture on my other screen. I cannot find it. Okay, I guess I'll just have to figure out my own way. Okay, so this here is it done or am I lagging? Actually, let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and no, I still have to figure it out. Okay, so we have the ORD file. This is opacity, roughness, and can I not get these as single files out? Maybe. Okay. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, it's updating all those. Okay. Now, let's see if we need to change the size of these at all. Ooh. Okay, that looks fine there. Little bit of an issue here. Some areas I'm gonna have to touch up on. Ooh. Okay, that one wasn't far in enough, so let me do that then. Okay. There we go. And what about over here? Yeah, looks fine. Okay, let's check the other areas then. Looks fine. Looks fine. Might be a little too dirty. I don't know. It's mostly on the corners. I'm noticing it. Yeah, it's going to be annoying. I could put a cap on them so they're at least not messing up in some way. That one's fine. This one, a little bit. There we go. What about over here? Oh yeah, same. You know, one thing that would help figure out the lighting. One of these. Because this would at least give me an idea of how the lighting may look if it was well lit. Yeah. What if I change it to 300? 335, I guess it is. Is that right on top? No, it's a little bit above. What about in the green room area? How's that look? Top down looks fine. How about the green? Green looks fine. It's green asphalt. Or not asphalt, plaster. Okay, what about if I do this? How's that looking? Not bad. Definitely divide here for what lights are needed. So a center row would have to be here. Or at least more lights? I'll have to figure it out. Because the dividing between these two is not that good. Here, let's see. Got to divide of 4. Yeah. It isn't noticeable if you do that. It's better. It is definitely better. Because normally it's 2 tiles each. But when I put them side by side, they are... Oh, I thought you were just quoting him for some reason. The trailer will be coming out once we have at least episode 1 and 2 finished. Oh my god. Once we have, you know, some animation footage to go with the trailer, we will basically be shipping out the trailer after we have episode 1 and 2 done. And I'm not saying like done and posted, I mean like just done and animated. Because there's some times where we don't post immediately after we're finished. Like when we did the Enigma universe, we had the welcome video done, we had the Redwood video done, and well, we had that done because we hired help first time. And we had the Breach Team video all done, but none of them were posted yet. So at least it'll be posted at least when both of those episodes are done. But the best thing about it is episode 1 and 2, I would say, is actually like the easiest of the episodes to animate. Maybe. Episode 1, easiest of all the batches, or easiest of all the main 4 episodes, because it is focusing on the suburbs, the outside area of Louisville before everything happens. So stuff is still happening there, but not in the main hot pot area type situation. Then episode 2 will focus right at the checkpoint, basically where everything kicks off. So that one will need a lot of action and focusing for detail, but it at least will be in a more confined area, and an area where it won't, need to render all this. It'll need to render the, the camp that is all the way over here. Good thing is, though, we can be able to see, slightly, you'd be able to see the city from all the way over here. So it works. That is too big of a blood splatter. I'm gonna have to fix that when I come back over here. But yeah, we did have the idea of doing the trailer with no footage of the animations, but it wouldn't really be much of a trailer. It would be more of like a teaser, really, because you're not really seeing anything. You're seeing fresh animation and then hearing your guys' wonderful voice lines and of like basically hinting at what is happening within Louisville, because we really haven't said much of what we're planning to happen within Louisville. So nothing to really expose on, really. I mean, this is good here. I'm not liking the tile. It's not really, I don't know. Also, hold on. Is it the same thing with this? I think it is. I think I need to move these up. Yeah. 330, 328. So I'm gonna, what if I do 330 here and then 331 here? I'm noticing because of the shadows, that's how I'm keeping track of these. I need a divide of only at least 2 squares each. And then that might be the best way of lighting up this whole area. Oh geez, what happened? Honestly, this will look a lot better when I add the environment. So like carts, trash, chairs, water, plants, everything. Right now it's just more of a bare bones area. Walls look good though. Walls look very good. Did I add a displacement, or is that just how they're... Now they're flat walls, there's no displacement. Yeah. I might change the windows. The windows look a little too... Oh god. There we go. The windows look a little too... Not comical, but cubish. That's the only word I can go for it. How is that? Is that flashing at all? I saw flashing in non-render mode. I don't think it'll flash in non-render mode. Okay. What are we at? We're not that far in for streaming. At the 2-hour mark, maybe I'll reconsider if we'll do that, because then we basically hit the 3-hour mark for streaming, because we had a 1 hour or like 1.5 hours before. Okay, so it's auto saving, but I'm just gonna turn that on. So what I need to do now is I'm gonna load a separate Unreal file, and that will have a lot of the models and stuff that we have bought just recently for this fire station, which include, you know, fire trucks and, well, anything fire related essentially. And we're gonna migrate those models into this project. I'm not gonna close this project, however, because I do not want to wait 15 minutes for Louisville to load again. Let's see. How long are you expecting each episode to be? You know, given how our progress has been for like each episode, we've hit the standpoint where we believe without a doubt an hour each, with a bare minimum, or at least it's a bare minimum of an hour each, or at least very close to an hour for each episode. And the only reason I can say that is because for episode 3 and 4, without a doubt, it's going to be an hour each within the city, because it's going to be complete chaos. There's going to be people, there's going to be zombies, people going in crashes, people fighting each other, riots, all happening all at once. And I can't really blame planning on how we do it, but more of where the story happens in certain areas. There may be certain things. So like you could say zombies, if you're over here, if the story's over here, the main focus is going to be zombies, and that could be quite a while of them barricading, trying to survive, or trying to figure out what to do. While over here, it would be more of riots and stuff of people because they want to get the hell out of there from the military. But the military obviously does not let anyone in this entire state cross the bridges. So there's many different stories and many different conflicts. So that's why I believe, without a doubt, it's going to be over an hour each. Just also now thinking about the possibility of merging all of those storylines. It's going to be very hard. It's going to be like, in short sense, it's a clusterfuck of topics. You know? Okay. I'm going to close Python body. What? Okay then. I'm going to close this file. I'm going to close this file. Yeah. Okay, we're going to change that. Yeah. Yes. There is just a constant yes or no questions popping up to make sure I don't like delete something accidentally. Okay, there we go. That is fully done. If full control comes back, then I will open up the second project file. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, we have full control again. Okay. I'm going to go ahead. Well, actually, I'm going to go somewhere in the distance so I'm not using like too much processing power or something. I'm going to go over here. And I'm going to open up the Firehouse project file. Where... Is it? It's not here? What? Okay, maybe it is here. I just can't see it. Maybe. Okay, let me make another one. Firehouse 2. Let me make it for 5.6. Well, that didn't work. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and manually save this, and I guess I'll try manually putting it in. It seems weird. The project file that I bought for the fire station assets, it was, hold on a second, there we go. Normally you should be able to, oh shit, no, don't do that, don't do that. There we go. Normally you should be able to just create a project file and then open it up and you'd be able to see your map. And this wasn't like a cheap project file, it was 150 bucks. And I think it was 150. And I just tried doing that same process right now and it seems like it's not working. So that's not really a good start. Actually, here, let me try restarting the program. Not the Louisville, but this. Yeah, no, I don't see it. Okay, yeah, we'll just try and enter it here. Just copy and paste it into the project file and we'll see what it does. If it does not give us our place the files destination, yeah. If it does not give us our files, then we have an issue. And a refund gonna be happening. Level. Okay, maybe we do have something. Ooh. Do I do fire station abandoned or fire station clean? You know what? We're gonna have to reload Louisville one way or another, so we'll just go through one of these each at a time. We'll see what happens. Okay, this is loaded and where'd it go? Oh, they have like a really fast camera enabled on this. Okay. Yeah, very good, very generic fire station. Definitely going to be using these. These are very cool. Okay. MI brick. Is MI brick normal? Does this have a lighting? It does not have lighting. Okay. Let's get our own. Let's put a skylight in here. Oh, I forgot about that part. Just get a spot and a point light or spotlight in here. Something. How are these looking? Ooh, that looks really good. Are these tileable? Please tell me they are. Oh, they're not. What is the texture style of these? M brick. Okay. Let's go back to maps. This one, we're gonna go to the props next. And then we'll go to clean and then abandon. 150 for this. No. There's a lot more to it. There's a lot more models. Also, I'm pretty sure it was 150. I'll have to look back at it. It was either 150 or it was 50, like 60. One of the three. I don't remember though. But it's just a giant set of. It's essentially just a giant set. Does this have lighting? This one does have lighting. Thank God. Okay. Well, one, we're definitely not going to be using the fire trucks. So, there's that. Huh. These definitely will be used without a doubt. Beds definitely used. There's a lot of things here we'll use. That's good. Training dummies. Tables, yeah, definitely good. These procedural? No, these are just blueprints. Okay. Definitely gonna use something with this. Probably hire an artist to make a map of Louisville in some way for a fire. So we can get like a map of Louisville wise. Wash hands. Yeah. Gross to UK looking for real. Yeah. I bought it for mostly these. That way we can manipulate everything and use it in our own way. Here we go. So like this in a way. I'm looking for like the meat and potatoes of the stuff, you know? Here we go. I'm looking for these setups. Like a lot of these, they're already set up. They're ready to go. Except for these helmets. Definitely not. Definitely not. I'll have to change the texture a lot for these things. That's one good thing too. Besides these, I'm gonna get like, I'm definitely getting a different helmet model. This is like football. These are football helmets. I will definitely be switching out some of these models and some of these textures, which gladly I can do. These these trucks definitely not going to be able to be used because, well, we already have one. These, however, the doors and everything, we can use those. What is the, hold on, what does the map look like again? It's a shutter that opens up. Okay. Yeah, definitely not the outside. That's too UK. That doesn't look like a, that does look like a road. But yeah, that's what we're needing here. Okay. And then, yeah, one of the main reasons I bought it was this version that we're about to open up, the abandoned look of it. I mean, this for Apocalypse version or like Outbreak version. Yeah, I can use these easily. Yeah. Oh. This was 100% the main reason why I bought it. I saw the other ones before, the other example pictures, but this is pretty much the one that sold me because I'd say they already, you know, giving an idea of a fire station. I thought the dummy was hung by his feet. I was like, I never saw that. Maybe I'll make a model like that. I'll have one hung by its foot. Having an already Apocalypse version with dust and everything, flickering lights as well. Flickering lights isn't that hard, but still. Are these blueprints? Hold on. Wait, no. What? Hold on a second. Hold on. SM hanging light. Is this a hanging light that I can use already? Hold on. it's already there, but yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that is definitely good. Definitely what we're needing. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, since I'm expecting it to be an aged, you know, it's just debris and rubble. It is. Okay, yeah, I definitely can use those too to make areas dirty. I'm guessing this is a decal, which is a giant crack. Yeah, definitely. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna copy some of these, and then I will essentially be bringing them over with me to the Louisville map. I'm essentially packing my bags and filling them up as much as possible with these goodies, just so it makes it easier in, you know, making a lot of these things. I can use some of these as base plates or blueprints to work off of. I don't know. That's another thing for like a lot of the maps some people don't really focus on. There's sometimes where we make everything from scratch, like exclusion zone video made from scratch. Spiffos 90% made from scratch. I would go ahead and say like 95% made from scratch. SWAT video, that one was like 50%, and then Firewatch 100% made from scratch. No, 98%. There's a lot of things that we take inspiration from, or not inspiration from, but at least build off of, so it makes it easier on us. Because sometimes making things from scratch can overcomplicate, or we double think on how things should look or sound or something like that. But just a little bit reassurance for some things like this in a way can work a long way, or can go a long way is what I mean. Also, looks like we have about 10 minutes left of the song. I'd say when this song ends, or when the playlist ends, let me correct myself there, we'll end stream. Hopefully it's fast enough to load Louisville. Okay, I copied those assets. Yeah, I'll go ahead and save these. Quickly load Louisville. You got a timer. You got 10 minutes. Actually, one thing I really wanted to try. Hold on. There's OBS hat. Okay. I am here. Let me try to find this. Okay. Entire Zomboid video. Can I load this? Oh, shit. Oh, I almost threw that into Unreal. That could have been bad. Never mind. Guess I can't even try that. Well, as I'm sitting here and waiting, how is all? That's weird. On the official stream, it says there's only 3 people. On the YouTube dashboard, it says there's 17. Quite a different number. But how are all 17 of you? I'm just gonna, you know what, as we're waiting, I'll just go ahead and do this for y'all. At least you get something that's moving. That way it's not stuck at bare screen for the next, I don't know, 8 minutes. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if the map's gonna load fast enough. We have almost exactly 2 minutes left. Maybe like 2 minutes and 20 seconds. That's how much time y'all have. If it doesn't load in, I'll end the stream from there and we'll see what happens. Well, we will see what happens. The stream will just end. There's not really much more excitement for that. Okay. Well, it's a very sad ending. I forgot about the shitty Doom music. We were at the dubstep version of those songs. It did not go well. I think we skipped them. Um, but yeah, either Unreal is not loading this map or it is taking too long. But it may have crashed too. I don't know. But we are gonna go ahead and end the stream. All of you who have been watching for, I guess, this stream or the past stream or any of the other streams, thank you very much. But it is getting late, almost midnight here. So, you all have a good day, good evening, good night, and have a good rest.